Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, the coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 30-yard line.
And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
The ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's third.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Intended for number 12.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Makes the score Jets 3. Raiders
had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
A first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the run, it's Bo Jackson. Space to maneuver at the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
That's good for a Las Vegas.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
He was tackled at the 46.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
The ball carrier.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Smith catches left side. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Las Vegas.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jets 3, Raiders 0.
Here's the rookie from Florida State. It's Cam Akers. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 36.
The tackle made.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jackson. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Bo. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Raiders.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Well, for the New York Jets, a familiar refrain here in 2020, dominated again in Week 5, this time at the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. 30-10, the Jets falling at home, and now 0-5. That's first time since 1996. They finished that season 1-15. But Joe Flacco, Charles, he subs for the injured Sam Darnold, making his first start as a Jet. And I think, gosh, probably the first start since Week 8 of last year as a Bronco, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right. And, you know, he couldn't get a whole lot going. 195 yards and a touchdown. They got Le'Veon Bell back, but this team right now, let's face it, they're going nowhere fast. Major League struggles. Now, schedule changes have kicked in for them. So now this week, they'll play at the Dolphins. Then they're home for Buffalo, and then at Kansas City. I'm not sure where I'm seeing the light for this team. Most of us thought they and the Dolphins would be very competitive. Right now, the Dolphins look like a decided favorite.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's third down. On third down, this is Jackson. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. First and 10.
Las Vegas.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
On second down, it's Jackson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
47-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They'll go again here with Akers. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
He's brought down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. That is caught by McCaffrey for a Raider touchdown. And McCaffrey, 42 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season, and that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Play action. Now Jackson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
DK Metcalf, incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now a pass hauled in downfield. The 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. DK Metcalf, 73 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Lambeau lining up.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Pass incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Brought down.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go play action with Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. He's got streets. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
First down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Chase Young in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Today's final
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype?
To kick off.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by the four-time Pro Bowler and 2010 Comeback Player of the Year, and that's Michael Vick.
One of the most unique players in NFL history. You remember the snappy left-handed throw, the ability to break a play wide open with his legs. Absolutely dynamic, explosive, and rarely ever caught from behind.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
At the 37-yard line.
Vick readies to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
It is good.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Seattle Seahawks 5-0 for the first time in franchise history. A Sunday night, Week 5. What a game as they rally back to defeat Minnesota 27-26. And Russell Wilson did it again, as Al Michaels said on the broadcast. Astonishing. He leads the Seahawks 94 yards in the final 2 minutes. Throws a touchdown pass to DK Metcalf on 4th and goal with 15 seconds to play. And he also completed a big 4th and 10 earlier in that game-winning drive. So Charles Russell Wilson being Russell Wilson.
Yeah, it's very similar. What's that great poem about postal workers? Neither rain nor snow nor sleet. I mean, that's Russell Wilson. It does not matter, does it? And every time we talk about the best quarterbacks in the game, other names tend to come up, and then we go, oh, yeah, what about Russell Wilson? He might very well be the best. So that's what he's going off of right now. He's absolutely on a mission to get his team back to a Super Bowl, and in doing so, putting his name up there with the best in the game. 3 touchdown passes in this one, 19-5 for him. Russ is cooking, and we're going to hear MVP talk all season long, and he's earned it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White.
So if we count real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
23 yards on the tuck and run.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
14 more yards.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Raiders 7, Seahawks nothing.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
He's taken down.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 20.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And down he'll go at the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Decided to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah. Your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
He may try and run for this. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Marcel Harris. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Stepping up, he's going to... Vic loses the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts
4 yards
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Jackson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Off play action. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He'll find Metcalf. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Tyler Lockett now with the return. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Escaping the pressure right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
The tackle made.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Check 24, check 24. Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson. Off play action. Flush to his right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
18-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson, throw left side complete. It's Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 1.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young in there to get him. It's a loss of 5 yards. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Michael Vick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Chase Young, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Las Vegas.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability that Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Off the play fake. Jackson rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Let's go, baby. Mike 48, Mike 48. Let's go, let's go.
So here's Vick following the interception. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chase Young and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
On 1st down, it's Jackson. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
11 yards there, 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yards to go.
And Jackson throwing once more. That is caught by McCaffrey for a Las Vegas touchdown. And McCaffrey there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves. Well, this is something that Pete Carroll should be pretty well familiar with. Remember when he told Jim Harbaugh after losing a ball game and Harbaugh went for 2 late against him, hey, what's your deal? It's the same situation here. Now, I'd kick the extra point, but I am reminded that plenty of coaches feel like it's not their job to worry about the other team. It's their job to worry about their own team. You have to stop us.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about it.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. One last shot for Michael Vick. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And this was...
Hello again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Brandon Ayuk returning it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his third season now from Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year at Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And the Raiders have got him. Lamar. I tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They'll run on first down. It's Jackson, and he's got this down to the 35. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On second down now, it's Jackson, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. A gain of 3, second down.
Akers, the ball carrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
now a run with Akers.
At the 18.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Akers. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Ayuk on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Ayuk on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Here comes the offense again for Cincinnati. The Bengals 1-3-1 now following a 27-3 loss to division rival Baltimore in Week 5. And Joe Burrow, coming off that string of 3 straight 300-yard games, looked more like a rookie in this one. Threw for under 200, was sacked 7 times. The offense also punted 7 times. They could not find the end zone. And CD, they looked so good through some of the early games. This is the first time that they really got stepped on.
It is, and that's what
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 3rd down.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Las Vegas Raiders had 3-2 now after one of the biggest surprises of the season in Week 5. They go into Arrowhead and knock off the Chiefs 40-32, breaking the Chiefs' 13-game winning streak. And Charles, you were there for this one. How big of a surprise did it feel like to you?
It was a major surprise for everyone because, remember, as you said, 13-game winning streak for Kansas City. That's starting last season all the way through the Super Bowl and into this season, so it counts postseason play. First time the Raiders had won in Kansas City since 2012. Kansas City was 12-2 in their last 14 against this team. And Patrick Mahomes, he was 4-0 as a starter against the Raiders. Prior to this ballgame, Derek Carr conversely was 0-4 against Patrick Mahomes. But what a game for Derek Carr. 347 yards, 3 touchdowns, bounced back from an early interception, and then Josh Jacobs took over on the ground down the stretch, really pounded the football. I know this for people seems like a tough team to figure out. Really good one week, sometimes underwhelming the next. It's a young team, but this win, Brandon, this could catapult them. They get an open week now, then they're home against Tampa Bay in a monster game now, at Cleveland, at the Chargers. But remember, they've beaten New Orleans, they've beaten Kansas City. They are capable of playing with just about anyone.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got this to the rookie from ASU, Brandon Ayuk. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end, Zach Ertz, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, 31 yards. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Lockett the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, the Raiders take over 1st and 10. at their own.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
For Las Vegas.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. So we've hit. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Raiders 6.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Lockett the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Lockett on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the run, this is Jackson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
He was brought down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
At the 42.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Play action. It's Jackson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Here's Ayuk on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Chase Young able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. On third down, Jackson got a man. He finds Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
At the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Chase Young. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jack Youngblood in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. On the carry, it's Jackson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run with Jackson. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
The coach here, welcoming you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype?
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And over the middle, this is Parker. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
35-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. And the Raiders have got him. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
The 29-yard line.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first.
Jackson, the ball.
The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. And finding the tight end Hooper. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
47-yard
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Complete.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Yard pickup leads to 3rd and 6.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. Steps away. Oh, he sheds himself free. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
That's good. We're up.
Man, Lamar Jackson, we all know it, but he is just so elusive with the football.
I don't care how many times you go through tackling drills at practice and how many different situations you put guys in practice. It's not the same as trying to...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. We're scoreless after 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
Oh, Jackson, the ball.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's now
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pay. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
He'll run it. And he'll go down at the 28. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
28-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Jackson has got Hooper on the short connection. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Austin Hooper, 28 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running the daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Lockett the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Smith catches left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And it's third down. Third and long.
They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. Throwing is Jackson. flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 25-yard line.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Set to kick off.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Las Vegas.
Play action. Now Jackson.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
To number 14.
DK Metcalf, 27 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Lockett the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's right.
Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 20. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory.
That's
A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Lockett the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They go play action now. Jackson. He'll find Metcalf. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And it's a quick slant to Lockett. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 61 yards, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Lockett the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. It's a big play there for Vegas. 53 yards. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Jackson.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Bo Jackson.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Returnable for Lockett. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
40-yard line.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down 24-14. A minute 15 remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Set to kick off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. But with a juke. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10. At their own.
The Raiders offense ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off play action. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins.
Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is now over. It's time to play ball.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And off we go from Las Vegas. On the return, here's Hall. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The first carry for a Raider legend in their L.A. years. Here's Bo Jackson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And now he'll tuck it and run.
Jackson.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
For Jonnu Smith.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, just like last play.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Bo. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 20-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now the rookie second-round pick, this is Cam Akers. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. 1st and goal from the 3.
The 3-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here's Hall. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 3-2 in their 3-game win streak snapped Thursday night in Chicago, Week 5, losing 20-19. And of course, that was kind of billed as a rematch between Tom Brady and Nick Foles, opposing QBs in Super Bowl 52. And Brady had never lost on Thursday night in his career. He was 7-0 prior to that one. And Charles, it really had a bizarre finish.
To put it mildly, there's Tampa Bay trying to make their final drive with a chance to win it. You expect Tom Brady to lead something really strong and give them that opportunity. And somehow he lost track of downs. Now, it happens to all of us, right? We're all human. We just don't expect it out of maybe the GOAT, right? So it does happen. He's showing the 4 fingers to the official like, isn't it 4th down? And they're like, no, that was 4th down. So a major surprise. Love how his head coach Bruce Arians jumped in and defended him. Tom Brady never really truly addressed it right after the game. Bottom line, though, this Tampa Bay team, they lost a tough one on the road. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chase Young. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Over first and 10 at their own 26.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now Jackson off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 27, Jackson.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. That catch good for only a couple. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run now with Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Cam Akers taking it in. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Makes the score.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here's Hall. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
They're 48
From the gun, Jackson caught by the tight end Ertz.
Jackson.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Tampa Bay.
Jackson on 1st and 10. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
To C.D. Lamb.
2nd down at 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Eluding the pressure right. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
On the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Jonnu Smith. Incomplete.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.